What's going on, everybody? My name is Ben and welcome back to the bench for another episode of our 1/48 scale Eduard P-400. Today we're going to go ahead and move on with this aircraft, get a little bit more paint done, get the landing gears on, and see how it turns out. Last time, as you remember, we went ahead and airbrushed the camo, and then the American side of the aircraft, we used the wrong paint on the American side of the aircraft. So I went out and I bought this one right here, and this is C12s, what they call out for in the instructions for the American side, that OD green, the olive drab one. So I think that's going to be a better shot, all nicely airbrushed on there, and we're going to have to come back in, do a little bit of contrast panels. So do a little pre-shade with our Tamiya flat white, and then we can go ahead and overcoat this, and we'll see how it looks. We also have to go ahead and come back to the propeller as well. We need to go ahead and not only get this all primed, but trim it down and then glue it down to the front of the aircraft. Then eventually we'll have to go ahead and glue in each propeller blade, and then we'll just see how that works out. So let's go ahead and move on here, guys. Let's jump right on in, and we're gonna go ahead and start remasking the wing so I don't get a bunch of overspray everywhere. Do some detail painting, of course, on the different panels that are gonna still be that OD green. Then we'll come in with some pre-shade, do some of that olive drab repaint, a little bit of post-shade along the panel lines. So let's go ahead and jump in here, guys. Let's start having some fun. Let's get this going. All right, everybody, we are back, and as you can see, we have gone ahead and repainted the American side with that OD green. I can't say that it is exactly as dark as I would like it, but I'm kind of thinking that when I come back and I do a little bit of weathering after the fact, lay down some AK panel liner here as like a sludge wash, and that's probably going to go ahead and tint it down. And then I might do something a little bit different with the British side so I can have a distinguishing difference between the American wing and then the British wing. So I think that's going to be okay. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. I also did something a little bit different this time around. I actually tried airbrushing some panel liners by AK. For a whim, I decided let's just give it a try. Let's see what happens if I take AK panel liners and I airbrush that as a bit of a shading effect on each of the panel lines. And I got to tell you, it actually worked. I don't think there's really much merit in it, however, because you can get the same effect with almost any other paint. But I just wanted to see what the panel liners would do. I've seen a lot of guys use like shaders and things like that, and I thought, I wonder if you could substitute a panel liner for a shader. It looks okay. They're a little finicky to spray, but you know what? To be honest, I'm actually pretty happy with it, and it did leave a very nice kind of feathered effect. Like I said, I'm not sure if there's merit in it, but I do like how it's turned out. So we're gonna move on and see what else we can do. So back into that time lapse, guys, paint up the wheels, get the props all painted up, paint up some odds and ends here and there, and then install those landing gears and see how that turns out. Guys, let's go ahead, let's push on. All right, everybody, we are back. And as you can see, the landing gears are on and the P400 sits on all 3 gears. I'm pretty happy with it. Starting to take shape for sure. I went ahead and I also airbrushed this centerline pylon a neutral gray. I'm probably going to go ahead and repaint that a sky color just to match in, but I did do some touch-up paint here on the wings. And what I need to do now is I need to work on the gun barrels and anything extra there. And I did a little bit of research and it looks like a lot of the P400s and P39s had these aluminum like sleeves that would actually protect most of the barrel. You can see them right here. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, we don't actually have any gun barrels protruding to the end of it. And I don't know how accurate that is, but this is a reference shot, so I'm going to go ahead and just go with it. What we have here in the kit, of course, has more gun barrel than we actually have shroud. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change that up just a little bit. Again, I don't know if it's 100% accurate. It might be safer to use the Eduard version, but like I said, I want to change it up a little bit. I want to try something different. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to go ahead and replace these parts with copper tubing. Now I actually have this very thin copper tubing that I just bought years ago, and I've been slowly kind of whittling it down, and I've got another piece here, so we're going to go ahead and measure that. We're going to cut exactly the length that we need right off of this long tube, and then we'll go ahead and drill out the openings and we'll go ahead and feed that through. The ones on the outboard will be a little different size than the ones on the inboard of the guns, so those will have to be slightly different lengths, but that's okay. Luckily this copper tubing cuts super easy. So all I need is an X-Acto knife, a little bit of rotating pressure, it'll pop it right off. So not a problem. Then I'll go ahead and I'll kind of auger out the end of it and I'll kind of thin it down as much as possible. Then drill out the opening in the wing, go ahead and insert these there and glue them up with some super glue. Now the only drawback to these is that these are not what you would call to scale. The thickness of the wall is just too thick. But the issue is that I think it looks better than the plastic part. So we're going to go ahead and just use it anyway, knowing full well that these are not necessarily in scale. It is what it is. I wanted to try something a little bit different, and these will be a bit of a customization, so I think it's going to be okay. Other than that though, guys, we do have to come in and make sure that we can glue those in, and we need to make sure that they're staggered a certain way. I've got my references for that, so I think I can go ahead and make that work. Now that I've got all those installed as well, we need to come back and install the pitot tube. And the problem with that is the ones in the references look to be a bladed front end. This one is just a round front end. So I think it needs to be updated a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and mount this in here. Then maybe next episode we'll come in, we'll tackle it. Maybe we can paint it up, maybe scratch build the tip of it. So maybe that might look a little bit more accurate. But other than that, this kit is really coming along, guys. So far, the colors are kind of popping. We've got the pre-shade on there. We do need to come in, though, with that last time lapse. We need to do a little bit of touch-up paint, and then I need to go ahead and gloss coat this and get ready for next episode when I'm hoping go ahead and drop the decals on. So onwards, guys, let's go ahead and do a little bit of touch-up paint around different areas, paint up the guns, apply some gloss coats with future, and we'll see how it looks. Let's go ahead and push on, and I'll see you in a few. All right, everybody, we are back. And I got to say, the P400 is really coming along. It's looking great. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. We went ahead and overcoated the entire aircraft in our nice future gloss coat. Everything looks nice and shiny. I might want to apply one more gloss coat to make sure that everything is nicely sealed. But so far, we're coming along. We've got the propeller attached. We've got everything glued in there. We've got everything painted. I do have to say that I do not like building a propeller. I much prefer the blades to be all one piece. In this version, you had to put each individual blade into the nose cone. Not the most fun, I have to say. But other than that, guys, this is moving right along, and I'm super happy with how the paint has turned out. The new olive drab does look a lot better, I think, in my opinion, than it did before. So that is great. And then, of course, having that nice contrast between the British camo and the American camo is actually super cool. So I'm really happy to say this is turning out to be a really great build. But until our next episode, guys, thank you so much for joining me. You guys know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool, and we'll see you back here on episode number 9 for the Eduard P-400 in 1/48 scale. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you soon.